Hey guys, it's Timothy here. Please stop it, it's just me. Anyways, thank you so much for watching.
Today we'll be talking about my favorite subject, which is uniforms. And I'll even tell you guys the 3 reasons why I think it should be required for students in public schools.
Now picture this. Anyways, picture this little girl. We'll call her Tina. She's very excited to learn, and she's very pumped to go to school especially. And here comes this mean mister. We'll call him Timmy Tim. Now Timmy Tim doesn't like Tina's clothes, and he screams, "What's up with your clothes, sugar? You're fired from school." Wow. So just imagine being a little kid and hearing that and just be traumatized for, I imagine, a long time. Now, if that student, however, was wearing a uniform, I think things would have turned out differently. Unfortunately, there are some critics that say that uniforms kill individuality. Some even go as far as saying that requiring students to wear uniforms are unconstitutional. They even mentioned the Tinkerer versus Des Moines case, where the students wore black armbands in protest to the Vietnam War. But do we really want to underestimate kids' creativity? There may only be one uniform, but they'll always find different ways to wear it. Sometimes they'll roll up their trousers, or maybe they'll add special effects like mud or dirt. And even then, they're free to wear any kinds of accessories. For example, the new SpongeBob backpack or religious bracelets and all kinds of things. As for the violation of the First Amendment, the Court of Appeals actually stated that uniforms are constitutional. Unfortunately for them, the Tinkerer case is just such a broad case that even people who support uniforms can use it against them. Whew. Now let's get to the meat of it all. Now, one of the great benefits of mandatory uniforms is the fact that it promotes a positive environment by inspiring a respectful school culture. A spectator actually went to one of these schools and noted how it sort of felt like a private school. She said that the students were orderly, they were respectful, and they waited for their teachers outside of their classrooms. And since everyone was dressed as professionals, they treated each other like professionals. Now compare that to your regular school and their regular school drama. The second reason is learning. Parents want their kids to get the most out of their school, and that can happen if the students study along with the teacher without anyone forcing them to do so. This can be done by classical conditioning. And classical conditioning is basically when you want to get a result from a neutral stimulus, something that doesn't cause action like uniforms, and repeatedly pairing it with an action. An example of this is when the scientist Pavlov wanted his dogs to drool without having to feed them food. And so before feeding time, he would clap his hands. And later on, all he had to do was clap and the dogs would drool.
Similarly, students can wear uniforms, a neutral stimulus, and go to school, an event that can cause an action. Pretty soon they'll be studying without anyone having to force them.
Now, the last benefit of requiring students to wear uniforms is the fact that it helps create law-abiding citizens. One of the basic rules that students have to follow is to attend school and to not cause any trouble. Virginia Dre, one of the chief researchers of this topic, noticed that attendance rates increased and suspension rates actually decreased when students implemented school uniforms. Whether students finally felt a sense of community or the fact that uniforms promote a professional atmosphere, it's very clear that more and more students actually choose to abide by the law when uniforms are implemented in schools. And later on, these law-abiding kids will turn into law-abiding adults. And there you have it. Students should be required to wear uniforms because uniforms help promote a positive environment, helps in learning, and creates law-abiding citizens. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.